Can y'all hear that good?
I heard it better
that
earlier.
Music coming through.
It was better earlier.
Was it?
A few minutes ago.
Is that better?
Oh yeah. Yep.
I don't think that this has any video. Can you hear it? You hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Let me turn this off. All right, let me go with this. We make it. Oh, make me wanna holler the way they do my life.
Way they do my life.
They ain't got a video, but it's always relevant. Terrible. It's kind of crazy. Yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
So the lady tells everybody, tonight's gonna be what it be. Because we're gonna start off talking about the shooting in Buffalo, New York. And we got Miss Shanika joining us. Tania's one of her best friends. Because you know tonight's supposed to be our best friend special where we actually, it's our 12th episode. Yeah, like that went fast, right?
It flew by.
But we was gonna wrap it up with a couple of best friends and some games to show everybody how Black women really can get along and maintain friendships for a long time. So we'll get a little bit of that in, but it's been, it's only Tuesday, but it's been a long week.
A long week.
So for those who don't know, my baby brother-in-law passed last week.
Mm-hmm.
So not a good day for my husband today. Supporting him. I took out the bag crochet. Figure out this bun at the last minute because it's hot. A little hungry. Put on a little pork steaks and some made a big salad for my husband. But I think this music is appropriate. Thank you all for tuning in. Hey Mary, I see you, girl. I appreciate you. Always down to support your sister. Love you. But we're gonna get through tonight and yeah, just see how we all feeling. This is how I feel.
Yeah.
It's like this song.
That's a lot.
But let's get to it. And we will have a little fun because Tania and Shanika took the time to fill out the questions. They were the first ones giving me their job right back. I'm like, you know what? I like her already. But the other best friend teams and stuff that we had, it's a good thing though. My nephew, who is my only male nephew, my only nephew, does that mean the same thing? He is graduating and he's like valedictorian freaking Torian. Like he's the first Black man in my family since I've been born to reach that kind of heights in high school and go to off scholarship for a private college. And he's planning to design video games and he's going to be very successful. But tonight is his honors ceremony. So I found out about that like late.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I've been going through it since about 4 o'clock. Like, should I even do this tonight? Well, in the spirit of consistency.
That's all right.
We are on. So welcome to Lady Tales. I'm Tia. Y'all can introduce yourselves. Y'all know Tania.
And I'm Tania. Who are
And
you?
we have her best friend with us.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Shanika. Hello, everyone. It's just us three on the call?
This,
It is us three for right now.
Okay.
It's Jocelyn, everybody. She had an emergency, so keep her family in prayers. Yeah. And then, go ahead.
I said, we're going to do this with us. We're
going to do it.
Magic number.
We usually have our special guests here and there. We have different friends of the team that drop by and drop in and out. So, but for tonight, yeah, it is just us. So maybe we'll have some fun. I'm hot. I got the air on. The damn oven. And we're going to see how long this bun lasts. So let's get right into it. Of course, the show I posted was supposed to be about best friends, celebrating best friends. It's our 12th episode. Hey, show them how we really can do it. And even though you don't see everybody lined up here tonight, Black women do have long relationships with each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I got a friend of over 30 years or so. How long have you and Shanika been friends?
What, 35, 37, something like that?
No, Tania. How old are the kids?
Right. Travis like 34, right? Oh, so
30
something.
30 years, see? And we had Sylvia was going to be back with us along with her best friend, Nikki, who's my cousin, but Nikki's going to the honor ceremony, which is awesome, right? I'm here because I am trying to be committed.
It's going to pay off. It's going to pay off.
Girl, after this day, I tell you. But we're going to start off, and maybe we won't go too long. We'll just see. We'll just let God do what he do, right? But I was playing Marvin Gaye's Inner City Blues because that's the kind of mood I'm in, right? I posted earlier that we were going to start off talking about the shooting in New York. And with a little fun, maybe. But there's a bigger picture. And that's why I wanted to have the conversation. So how are you ladies doing? How do you feel? Did you see all the news and what's been going on?
I didn't watch the footage. I saw it in my feed because my morning report is scrolling through the phone to see what the hot topics are, and I was just like, a game. I didn't even know how to take it because the patterns are real. Yeah.
And then for him to, I forgot what some newsman said, but he said the police they would have been totally justified in shooting him. When they came up, he had a gun in his hand. So, but they didn't.
Well,
talked to him, let him put it down, and took him out and probably took him to McDonald's.
Yep. What, Shanika?
Go right ahead.
No, that's true. That's so true. That's all. I was just laughing because he probably did take him to McDonald's.
And I used to be a correction officer. I was looking at like Chauvin or whatever, the one for George Floyd. How even when they get to prison, they put them in usually a level 5 secure, where you're not in general population. Maybe come out of your cell 1 hour a day just to eat or shower. You are walked with an officer to your shower and back, And I think I had read where they won't even let officers of color be like on his beat, like them have to watch him or, deal with him in his cell. So anyway.
That, you know what? We can dance around it, but it's just so typical and obvious and apparent. However, we just dance around the subject that there definitely appears to be, from my vantage point at least, and the way that I'm presenting the stories, partiality treatment between. Girl. If that was a colored dude, we wouldn't have been able to see what he looked like. How about that? I said color because I had a whole flashback of That's how long this has been happening. So an ancestor just came through me right now and said color, because this is standard, right? I never used the word color. Shanika, we never use color. I don't use,
never.
So yeah. So right, never. So this is upsetting to me and my ancestors. How about that?
Girl, I mean, I feel a little bit like, I don't know. I feel like some of the moods or some of the what we're left with, it's kind of like helpless. We can't do anything about it. So then we have to find some other emotion, which is kind of like, all right, well, we knew it, but it's kind of like you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, we're left with that because it's a fight and a hopelessness, and then we get demonized when some people like react to it because they've had enough. Makes me want to holler, and they holler, you know, and then they're gone too.
And they don't get the benefit of, oh, maybe you know, there's some kind of mental illness.
That part,
I remember I was in a master's class before I left Michigan, and it was back when that man had went into them people's house, white people, and ordered pizza or something, but he killed them all, and they didn't burn it or something that went on. But it was right around the same time when the little white boy walked in the church and killed all them people.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we was talking about it. I said, well, the man said he hate black people, and y'all still questioning why he went in there and did it? Does the black man who went to them white people house, upscale and killed them, does he get the same benefit of the doubt to say maybe he had some kind of mental illness? But you never hear mental illness come up. And just like Joy DeGruy say, there was no mental health services after slavery. Like, where's we've done all this without any mental health services. Seeing your family members slaughtered, all the wrong, and we the only ones that don't need mental health services.
Don't need, but it's not warranted for us to have it because, you know, we are the least of these. So, and that's why what I love about us though is that, in spite of, we still find ways to, you know, rise above to a certain extent. The what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just gonna say the instances keep happening. That's not the word I was looking for, but these instances keep happening time and time again, but there's a superpower that we have that have us be able to endure this long. And that's I hate, as I'm saying it, it's like, I wish it were different. What if the world were flipped? You know, as I'm saying it, but I also admire the fact about us. That's why I wouldn't want to be I wouldn't want to be in any other skin, because to me, to me, that's a superpower.
Right. Well, but do you think, I mean, I like the word superpower, you know, I'm black power, I wouldn't trade it for the world, but I'm wondering if it's a superpower or a coping mechanism. I feel like, what the fuck else we gonna do but keep going?
That is a coping mechanism, but it's a superpower as well, because, you know, plenty of people will jump off buildings, like, you know, stuff like that. So that's why I say, I'm not saying it in a fantasy way. I'm just saying that has to come from somewhere, that particular coping mechanism. And then you have, like you said, your nephew is going and doing honors and all this stuff still keeps going, all the great things in spite of. And to I'm marveled by us because of that, because this is ridiculous. Because it's just treated as if it's not going on. It's treated as if, you know, and some people will use it as an excuse, but it's every time I see something, you know, and then sometimes you got to look at, sometimes they race bait. He could have just been a crazy dude in that part of town.
But what did you see that he actually, full of social media, wrote out a manifesto, studied and staked out the store previously. He knew what the store was, what it stood for. Like, they had a food desert, and different politicians really worked, you know, and of course local people, to help get them a grocery store. So he knew. I mean, it's kind of like, it reminds me of a neighborhood towards the south end of the town here in Tallahassee, where it's mostly the Black people, and there's like one grocery store, you know, that folks got to make it to. So he knew what he was doing. And he wanted to kill as many Black people as he can, just like that little boy did who walked in the church. Go ahead, Shanika.
I said that's true. I agree with you on that. I don't have any more to elaborate on, though. Yeah. It's sad. It's just sad. I didn't watch the footage or anything. I'm just hearing about it. I didn't even want to watch it because it's just terrible. It just keep happening and keep happening. And it seems like we're the only race that's really suffering from it. It's terrible.
Wow. Well, what do you guys think about us? Remember how the Black Panthers used to, have men out there like watching, guarding our communities, coming in.
If it was just like that again.
I mean, can we be more diligent? Or because sometimes I feel like when I talk to other Black people, we're so deep into religion sometimes it is kind of like, no, but we gotta love and we can't be, and we, and they don't even want to keep their neck on a swivel. And it's like, you have an enemy that is planning to kill you. So while you praying, you might want to keep one eye open.
People, I think they fear, it's fear, and also resources, because I love the tenacity and I love the drive, but resources, these people don't play. Because the Black Panthers, the whole laws were changed because of the Black Panthers. Gun laws were actually changed because they don't want us to be, able to protect ourselves. It's not about, no, we are such a loving people. Let me just say, there's some of us who are so mentally pushed over the edge that, but for the most part, we just want to live and let live, right? Yeah. We're not out for vengeance because that's not how we're wired. We just want fairness, right? So most times it would be as like the Black Panthers were, who were made to be vilified. They were made to be like villains. They were just protecting their neighborhood from the cops. That the narrative was flipped, Now, if we were to be banned that type of stuff now, just for that, it would definitely be demonized. Because remember during quarantine, there was a group of men who were out there and everything. Remember that? I think Shanique, you're the one who told me about those men that were out there. And they had their, weapons and stuff. They weren't trying to go and shoot anybody. They were trying to protect and say we have the right to bear arms.
Yep.
Then they put tanks
in the white neighborhood.
Yeah, they'll bring tanks on you. So it's like, I think we were discussing earlier, it's resources. So, I mean, it's just a trip. And comparatively speaking, I took a walk today and it was with a Haitian woman. And she explained to me even that in their country, they're robbing and kidnapping people, but they don't have weapons over there in Haiti to do it. So guess where the weapons are coming from? Right?
America.
Ding, 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 ding. So, and even that young boy who supplied him, with the weapons to go.
And the body armor and all of that, but they are training in the freaking woods. There was a big story. Remember when they plotted to kidnap the governor of Michigan? They are up there in them up north woods and down south woods, and they have the land, they have the money, they have the armor, and they have the gear.
I think to play.
Why ain't the federal government calling for a whole new task force like the war on crime, or the war on drugs, or the war on white supremacy? They should be investigating these young men before anything happens. But I don't know if they stretch thin. I don't know all the ins and outs, but I don't know. I just don't see people of color plotting something and having an online presence and nobody coming knocking on their door.
Now, is that rhetoric, or just is that a rhetoric question? Because we know. That's
but it's so terrible.
It is.
And sometimes I think about, like, if I moved to Jamaica, or somewhere, where I'm not the minority, how things would be.
It would be just us again on us, because they have a lot of. It's just different because the way society is set up, and that's why I said they do it. per race. But then if you go somewhere in the Middle East, they have different sects of group, or even in India, they have different sects of groups of people who have the same type of stuff. But guess what? It's always based on the darker skin, though. That's what makes it, you know. Wow. Yeah. But yeah.
I guess we just gonna have to
wait.
Is
there a solution? Is there a solution? You know.
I was thinking about waiting till the next heaven and earth. I mean, whatever.
I don't know what to do.
Has there ever been a solution?
Right. I don't know, because we marched, the stuff that we marched for, just like the civil rights, we marched for civil rights. Now the civil rights are for everybody, when they were distinctively assigned for Black Americans who are being treated wrong. Now everybody gets civil rights. We're grouped into people called minority, and we're not minority. And it's just this is heaven and earth, Tia. Because
it's awful. It's awful. I don't know.
The new heaven and the new earth, like Medea said. Because
I wanted to talk about it because it just happened. I'm like, this is kind of heavy. I mean, I looked at the different people's, you know, fate. Oh my God. And then the 87-year-old woman, I think her son was the freaking retired fire chief or something. Like, he was known in that community. They were devastated. I mean, for your woman to live 87 years and to die by gunfire.
I can't imagine. And that's the only thing. Look, that's what we're designed to do, because evil is evil. And now we have the God part of us, the divine part of us, that just pray for the people like that, because what could we do besides that? So I just want to make sure, you know, I'm going to add them to my list.
Yeah, it's so much. And you guys, I will let you know, those who know me, y'all know me well, I will never kill myself, because it ain't that deep. But I told my husband today, like, I'm pretty cool. Like, once it's over, like, I'm good with this experience. Like, I'm good. And I know the next 45 years will be amazing. And I'll help a lot of people, and I'll live how I want to live and travel. But this whole human experience, for real, it is what it is, right? It's like, I think once you hit middle age, you kind of be like, okay, nah, shit. I'm trying to get tired of this experience, God.
of it the way it is.
As a person of freaking color. It's an added stressor, and I'm not even sure that other races know or have care.
They don't have care. Not everybody, but in general, at least, you know.
Even this freaking bun. I'm like, I should just pick out my hair and wear.
Listen, Shanika, I wish you had your afro out so you could show her your fro. That thing is like,
how big is it?
I gotta turn this way. I'm sorry, guys, but
just show me with your hands. I bet.
Shanika, how big is it now?
Wow.
It's
and then when she be wearing, when she be dyeing it brown, I'd be like, I want that, like big cotton ball, like a microphone.
I had a girl. Well, I don't work there anymore, but when I worked at the city, this young lady named Zoe, if she's on there, beautiful. She natural. I don't know if she ever had a perm, but boy, she had her bun, and then she had a baby and another baby, and that thing. And by the time she came back, she got it straightened. And this broad was sitting in her chair at her desk. Her hair was damn near to the floor.
Right. I can imagine if you go to the Dominican, I was going to be. I wouldn't say permanent. I said go to the Dominican, let them do their thing. Yeah.
What they do in the Dominican, I would think about silk pressing now. What you saying?
Yeah, that's what they do, but you'll be upset if it's, you know, you in Florida, that thing will strip right back up if you spend your money
you
on
gotta
it.
Train it. Yeah, I might have to train it and sleep with my head in the ice box. But what you say, Miss Shanika, how do I, what they do?
Oh, I was saying about the Brazilians. I know I had went there one time and they had burnt the mess out my hair. And I said, I would never go back again.
Brazilians or
the Dominicans, I'm sorry.
What's Dominicans. That? They do a silk press, or is it called something different?
No, it's not silk press. It's like with just the heat, just straight up heat.
Wow.
Straight heat.
I hate when people don't respect my hair journey.
That part.
You know, and even some of the little, you know, I go to the African hair braiding, and I was getting my hair. I took my hair. No, I was taking it down. And she was like, well, come on in. We'll help you finish taking it down. Went in. This broad was raking through my head with had to be a small tooth comb. I mean, and after she did it a few times, I said, what are you doing? Like, you are raking through my hair with a small tooth comb. Like, you do not even respect the journey, bitch. I am trying to grow me some hair. But it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, the money that we spend on wigs, straighteners, this and that. I'm like, I'm done. The reason why I keep doing something to my hair is my husband like, Tia, don't you be getting on live. But I'll tell you, I do not care. At this point, I do not care if everybody, Maria, Becky, and Wynn, and all of them can wake up and shake their head and go like, what the fuck?
It's your hair. It's what's growing out of your head.
It grows out of my freaking scalp. Why do I? Yeah, but anyway.
Yep, all of that.
It is too much. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so it's 7:32.
I know, I just looked at that. So we can play our game. Let me pull up y'all answers, which I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Shanika. We're gonna see how well y'all know each other.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know her.
I don't know this girl.
Girl, I mean, looking at the woman questions, I'm like, shoot, me and my best friend might get something wrong. And then a few of the best friend teams, like a lot of the questions, they just put, I don't know. I'm like, well, goddamn.
Because, and it's so funny because some of the questions, I'm like, Dad, did we ever discuss that? Because it's been 30 years. Like, how could I not know? Right. I'll just guess and see.
Girl, okay, let me see. I must have sent y'all from this email. Let me see if I can find you. Because y'all answered like so quick. I'm like, hell yeah. So these are the kind of people you need on your team. Where is it?
I've been on leave it to the last minute and then forget and be sitting up here reading off the paper. So I had to get out of the way.
What I do with it though, hang on. I sent it from the covered brand, didn't I? Or let me see. Shouldn't be many.
Why are we both on here moving our mouth? That's the problem I'm having right now.
Yeah, because it's dinner time. I got my job in the oven.
I was eating crackers. What you eating?
Chickpea pasta with some zucchini in it.
Still eating it?
Ooh. It was left over.
That sounds good.
And some sauce, roasted tomato sauce.
I think other people answered back on yours too. So hang on. Excuse me, we trying to get through it tonight, y'all.
Tia, I have to commend you because we had a pre-show talk, and I think, girl, I have to commend you because I get it. Consistency.
I get it too. It's just, I'm like, Lord, I mean, what am I really? But I feel like I told y'all, it's been for the last couple of Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Like, I think at least 4 Tuesdays ago, I'll be like crying. And then I gotta get myself together to come on. Just not really feeling like it. Hey, Sylvia. Sylvia's here.
Hi, Sylvia.
Her best friend is at the honors ceremony. But I got your best friend answers, Sylvia.
I know. Do your part.
So, I know we might still can go through it. But where in the hell?
I kept getting confused with if I'm answering like me or answering like her. So I hope mine come out.
I know.
Right.
I said answer for you, but girl, it was confusing for me. I'm like, okay, how are we gonna do this? And how did they do it on the dating game? But I said answer for your best friend, and I feel like you supposed to answer, but then we supposed to see if it's right. I'm supposed to like have her answer.
That's what I was saying.
That way I can be like, actually, she said this.
So you'll have mine right, that part. So I was like, so I kept going back and forth with that in my head. So mine might be all tore up.
Girl, if I can find the dang thing, I'm in the primary. Let me see. Congrats. I feel like a few other people answered on top of y'all's, and y'all got me yours ASAP. But let me see. This was the 14th. Was that when I sent it out?
Did you send it to our names or was it to everybody? Because you can search our name.
Yeah, I had y'all in a group. It was you, Nicole, and Sylvia. Okay, let me see what. Oh no,
you sent it on May 14th at 9:23 a.m.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Yeah.
Make no sense.
At 9:19.
All right, let me try this other email. May 14th. Okay, here is the email. Okay, I think it's this one because y'all answered.
It's from you directly, I think.
Yep. And you guys.
So hers is S. Darden, and you know mine.
Oh no, I found it. I got both of y'all.
Okay.
Now let me try to think how this game goes. All right, so we playing our version.
I just say this. I told her the prize was what it was, and she was excited. She liked your idea.
Yes, I'm gonna get your address and mail you guys. Let me send Sylvia this link. She said we would have won. You see her? She come out, she would have beat you. Right.
You need a partner here.
Let me send her this link and see. All right, there she go. Okay, the link is on the way, Sylvia. If you want to jump on, you can.
Miss Sylvia.
I know, she's always a good time. And Nikki, you ain't even met Nikki, my cousin, her best friend. Like they would have been hilarious. Because I already know. And I got her answers. And I think most of us, one question of Sylvia's we could have answered. Like, what you do, get laid back after work. All right, so let me see. This came from, this is you, Tania. I think you answered these questions. Okay, so you answered these questions on behalf of your best friend, Shanika. So, Shanika, what did Tania say you're most afraid of? If anything.
What am I most afraid of? Ooh.
Hi, Sylvia.
She coming in.
No, yeah.
I don't know.
That's right.
Did you say I don't know?
Ding, 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 ding. She said, I don't want to say. She said, I don't want to say she's fearless, but ... I don't know.
I have no clue. I never had that conversation.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hi,
good to see you. I can't wait. You probably gonna halfway know your best friend.
We should do another one.
I can't wait to read it.
With different questions or something.
What you say?
Okay.
We should do another one.
Oh, maybe. We might do another best friend show, but I'm telling you, it was kind of hard. And I know there's a lot of Black women out there with Black best friends of 10, 20, 30 years, but I didn't get a lot of response. I only had like me, my best friend, you guys, Sylvia and Nikki, at least who wanted to actually be on the show. Yeah. So I don't know if it's
what was the prize?
Oh, well, you already got one, I think. You ain't got one? I was just going to give away a lady tail.
Girl, no, I'll just be putting the tie down.
Oh, I will definitely be making sure you get you a lady. You didn't get one the night of the party. I'll make sure you get one because these are the ones, not that they are any less nice because a lady tail is an intimate towel and the tagline is no one sleeps in the wet spot. So you can use it however you like. It's good for sexual activity to feel sexy, clean, and comfortable before, during, and after sex. You ain't got to get out the bed to get that towel. And it's also good for menstrual cycles, or other, especially after sex, because I use it all the time. And when I dismount and the lady tail is right there between my legs, I can just lay there and wait on my warm towel. But anyway, watch for the lady tail intimate towel. It is being manufactured. So I have some of the ones that my seamstress made, who is my mama. who is an awesome seamstress, and they're really good. But these are the ones before manufacturing, before we get the lace on it and the gold on the tips and all that. It's gonna be a little bit more. So I got about 25 to 30 of the ones. They're still nice, but they don't have the lace and the gold and all that. So they're still $20. Now, once the manufactured ones come out, bitch, we are speaking lingerie. It is a lingerie accessory. So it is not just a towel, it's a lingerie accessory. All right. So I'll be giving each one of you one.
Yay.
And let me know.
I can't hear you.
I said, are you going to go to like the sex stores and try to sell them?
Yes, they're going to be in the sex stores. Also, my ultimate goal is to partner with Fenty X Savage. If I can see this lady tail go down the way on a badass model in lingerie, that would be the whatever of my ultimate, yes, existence. Nice. Yes. So all right. Okay, good. Y'all got 1 point. Sylvia, you're gonna win anyway, but I'm gonna read your best friend and see if you match up.
We're all winners.
Right. So we're gonna do you after. Let me go through like a few of these, then I'll get a few of yours. So Miss Shanika, where did Tania say you would go if you could go on any vacation?
Vegas.
Ding, 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 ding.
Talk about that.
We need to meet in Vegas. All right. And back then, did you think you'd be friends for this long when you first met Miss Tania?
Yes.
Did you? Was it instant? Okay, elaborate. Y'all got to tell us. How'd you meet? What made you know this was your boo forever?
Well, we met at the kids' bus stop when we had. Well, first of all, we went to high school together.
Yeah.
Didn't know. Well, I knew of her, but we didn't know. We didn't hang out with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we met at the kids' bus stop, and our kids are the same age. And one time she asked me to put her. She was pregnant, and she was like, "Could you put Travis on the bus for me?" And I said, "Yeah." And I think it just went from there.
I did look. You gonna ask me the question too, or should I just give you my story?
No, I want you to tell us about.
Okay, go ahead.
I love that story, but look, I did not. Let me tell you about Shanika. She was so cute. So I said, I asked her. Her brother was a dancer, and I asked her. We were at the bus stop. This is my version. We're at the bus stop. And we were talking, and she was like, I said, what's your name? She said, Shanika. I said, well, she said, Shanika Darden. I was like, Shanika Darden, you know, Reggie Darden? She's like, yeah, that's my brother. And she was talking like that. I was like, okay, she's a little bit much for me. But as we got, so it wasn't love at first sight for me, but like the next week or two. And then that's when I felt I could trust. She was so sweet. Trusted to watch my baby because we were all single mothers just trying to make it, you know? So lovely. So lovely.
Yeah.
I got a car. And we both used that car for a while. So then she, got a car. To this day, we just help each other out like that. But yeah,
that's nice.
That first day, I didn't know it, but after like a week or two, I was like, "Oh, this girl is cool." And the rest is history. She found my first babysitter for me for everything from then.
Wow, that's great. That's great. I'm gonna get Sylvia in here because I want to hear a little bit about her and her best friend. So this is I got your best friend's response. Hang on. I believe this is your best friend. Your best friend I think she responded. Hang on. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So I'm going to start right here. When did your best friend say y'all met?
We met in elementary. I was in 3rd grade. She was a 1st grader.
She did put that. She even got the years, 91, 92.
Oh, she know the years. I just remember like she was in elementary. I know I was in a higher grade than her.
Did you know y'all would be like friends to the end?
I didn't know we would be best friends, but because we're both so goofy and silly, like we literally have fed off each other's energy since childhood. So yeah, I felt like we was gonna be friends.
Wow. And okay, met in China. How long y'all been friends? It's been at least
like 30,
35, 40.
Shoot, do the math. About 30 years.
Yes, I met my best friend in 5th grade. And guess how I met her?
How?
My best friend is Torshika Ford.
She beat you up.
Huh?
She beat you up.
No. I ain't never get beat up. I did get threatened in 3rd grade, and I just stayed in the bathroom till the whole school was gone.
Her name sounds like she could fight.
No, Torshika Ford. Now, she wasn't really a fighter. She can fight, and she's not scared to fight, but she wasn't really a fighter. Always was one people who like had a lot of different friends, like a lot of friends. So she always had her friends, and then all I saw was what was in the cup. I didn't see no can. Then the other one's on the door, the freezer door. But she always had a lot of friends. She always had a whole bunch of friends like waiting on her at her locker. I ain't type of bitch to be waiting on nobody at their locker. So I would do my own thing, and then all of a sudden here she come trying to look for me, But y'all met LeVar, right? Minister LeVar.
Mm-hmm.
So Minister LeVar, my cousin. We used to stay in like a little, little project. So I guess you would call it that. Lansing, Michigan, whatever.
Which one?
It wasn't really a project, but Mount Vernon.
Cranbrook? Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon, girl. I met a lot of people in Mount Vernon. But LeVar came out there to visit, and he's like, "Cuz, there's this girl I want to talk to. Will you go up to her door and ask if she'd come out?" So that's how I met Miss Torshika Ford. I knocked on the door and asked for her. Her little yellow ass jumped out, and we started talking and playing. And then, of course, I don't know if on LeVar, whatever, they liked each other, but we've been friends ever since.
Aww.
So let me see you answer. I know you know this one, Sylvia. Hang on. What did your best friend say you do to comfort yourself after a rough day?
What do I do? I smoke.
she was dying to ask you that question. So I know what I'm gonna ask her.
See, no, I smoke.
Best friend gotta know it.
Right.
Ding. All right, and let me see. What did she say? Well, she ain't have a really good one for that one. What's the first thing you would do if you won the lottery, per your best friend?
If I won the lottery,
and let me get back to.
I probably would buy a house.
Ding, that what she said.
How much I'm winning?
I don't know lottery. I'm talking Powerball shit.
Yeah, I'm buying a whole bunch of shit. I gotta get the house secure first, though.
Yes, take care of your business and then go for it. Let me get Miss Shanika in here because Shanika answered questions. Tania. What did your best friend say you're most afraid of?
It depends. It depends. I overcame that boundary a couple of weeks ago. Right?
You know what?
we had this, no, we had, yeah. But
just pick one.
A lot of things.
Nothing too deep though. Just pick one. You not sure?
I'm not sure.
Well,
you said not too deep. It's
not too deep, but she did say you're most afraid of being homeless.
That's what I was gonna say. Can I have the point? I was. And then
you didn't say it.
I'm saying
no point.
She elaborated on it a little bit though.
Can I no grace?
Look at her best friend. Look at there.
That's right. I got her back.
Her bestie on the line.
Yeah.
All right. What about
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Who did she say your biggest crush was when you was younger?
I don't know if she said it. My biggest crush. Oh, Oh, Ricky.
Ricky, Morris Chestnut.
Oh, I cried so hard.
Oh,
I cried
when
so
Ricky
hard when he
died.
got shot in Boys in the Hood. I went home.
Oh Lord, from Boys in the Hood, I'm
home.
thinking somebody named Ricky.
Girl, she
I
talking
went
about
home.
Boys in the Hood.
I took a nap. I went home, I took a nap, and I woke back up, and I was crying some more. Oh, after the movie.
And he's still fine.
Best man. You know why?
Yes.
I think not it was a crush, but he also reminded me of my older brother. So it's like a brotherly, you know, like I never thought I wanted to go sleep with him, but it's just like I had an endearment to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all had an endearment. That's what you want to call it. Sylvia, who did your best friend say you had the biggest crush on when you was younger?
Shoot.
And she didn't list nobody famous to me.
Okay. I used to like this dude that when we grew up, she actually talked to. I didn't know his name, right? So I named him Neil.
Then she did say Neil.
She said
she said Bubba or Neil. Who's Bubba?
Bubba. Oh, rest in peace. That was my first boyfriend.
Oh,
I'm talking about first boyfriend. I was in like preschool. He used to ride his bike over and bring me stuffed animals. But let me tell y'all about Neil. It's not even his name. I don't even know. Well, I know his name now, but I didn't know his name. He used to work at Finish Line. And we used to ride the bus to the mall, and I would always look at him. I would go buy shoes just so I could flirt, right? So,
he didn't give you no hook up?
No, never talked to him. I was always too nervous. He was so fine and skinny. I named him Neil. And when we got older,
you named him Neil. Wow.
He like Nikki. So Nikki said, because she knew I had this biggest crush on him. And she like, best friend, because he was fine now. She said, best friend, you mind if I talk to him? I'm like, nah, I don't care. He's fine. I want somebody to talk to him.
Right.
His name was Dang. I didn't even like him no more once I realized his name wasn't Neil. I'm like,
you didn't name the man Neil. Wow. You didn't name the man Neil. Okay, let me get one for Shanika. I think oh, no, you didn't. You didn't skip it. Shanika, who did Tania say you had the biggest crush on when you was younger? I can't hear you if you're talking.
I didn't say anything because I don't know.
You don't remember? What if I say it's two letter name?
Oh gosh. Mia. Really?
That's all I know.
You don't know who it is?
I'm about to DJ. I know who it is.
DJ, but you
gonna say something
at her best friend.
I was gonna say TJ.
DJ, it gotta be TJ.
I know him too.
DJ. Not going in.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Wow. All right, we got enough time for about one question each. Who is this? This is Tania answering for Shanika. So, what did your best friend, Shanika, say you order at the bar?
Shit, I forgot the answer to that one.
You probably were drinking when you wrote it.
I think I was. Because I'm drinking now.
She had a little wine in her hand.
What she say you order at the bar, Shanika?
Huh? Tania.
What did Tania say you order at the bar?
Oh. Can it be? Is it one or two things? Because it's
she put one.
Either or.
She put
she
one.
Did? So I gotta guess that one.
Yes. I mean, you already won.
Oh, we did?
Just from showing up, everybody on the camera.
Oh, I remember now. Mm-hmm. Here, I'm gonna send it.
I know what it is. It's either or, but it's more than one. It's vodka.
It is vodka.
That's all she drinks.
Vodka cranberry.
That's
What
all
you make it have with it?
That's all I drink.
What you put with it? Cranberry?
Cranberry.
Girl, let me some cranberry juice. And Tania, what did Shanika say?
And pineapple.
Ooh. Okay.
She has to say wine because that's all red blend.
Nope.
Nigga, I'm drinking red blend now.
What you drink when you don't drink red blend?
You want Tania?
Oh, you know what? I got it in there. I nipped it with rum. No?
You said rum?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said brown liquor.
Oh, brown liquor, yes, girl.
Yes.
What I'm talking about. Huh?
Any brown liquor.
I'm an alcoholic. I guess I'm alcoholic. I drink everything. Brown liquor, though, that's my, yeah, she's right. She's right. I'm wrong.
More right. Okay, good.
She's more right than me.
See, your best friend know you. Sylvia, what did your best friend say you order at the bar?
Oh, we get the same drink all the time.
What's that?
I get an apple crown and Sprite, and she get an apple crown and cranberry.
That's what she put. I mean, straight up apple crown apple with Sprite. That is your best.
I disclaimer. Wait, I got a disclaimer. I did a disclaimer. Sylvia and them so cute, but they're only 30 cents. We 50 cents trying to remember what the hell.
Girl, yes. Wait, give them 20 more years, 10 more years.
She be like, I don't know that girl like.
I'm 40 this year.
Oh, you so sweet. I can't.
Okay, this is a good one. We got 3 minutes. This is a good one. Who am I on? I think I'm still on Nikki. So Sylvia, what did your best friend say? What do you do to make her laugh the hardest?
I don't know. Be retarded. I don't do nothing really.
She did say just being goofy, but she also said impersonating people. You be impersonating people.
That's her.
All right. Let me see what
we did all right.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it would have been neck to neck. Everybody's a winner. Okay, who is this? Did you skip a question? I feel like you skipped a question, Tania. Let me see. Back then.
I might have.
First thing.
Probably the president question, because you don't sit around like, girl, what'd you do if you was president?
Everybody put
right?
Nobody. But you know what my answer is? And my best friend should have said it. Paint that motherfucker black.
Paint the White House black.
Yeah. Okay,
That's dope. That's dope.
Okay, you did it. Shanika, what did Tania say you do to make her laugh the hardest?
Oh.
Oh
my God.
You laughing already.
Because I forgot the answer and I just remembered it.
Because I don't know.
You don't remember the answer?
No, I don't know the answer. I don't know. Nothing.
Well, you know, that it could be, you know, an answer in itself, because really she just said you be so blunt with people. Just being blunt, just being you.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know she's being funny.
Just straight up, because you don't think it's funny, but just spitting it out.
Yeah.
I be like, why'd she say that?
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's the truth.
Nothing. I heard somebody say it's the truth, and you know I agree with that, Pisces, all day.
Uh-oh. Drink.
All right, let me find yours. All right, Tania, what did Shanika say you do to make her laugh the hardest?
That's everything. I'm about to say, if you're going to ask me, I'll wait. Everything, because I'm the fool one. When she just be cracking up, I'm like, I'm not even saying nothing funny. She be like,
that's what she said.
She'll be like, and I made her stop telling me to shut up. Because I used to get offended, like, don't tell me to shut up no more. I have to tell her.
All right, y'all, it is 8 o'clock. That was fun. Thank y'all. Hang on, let me put this the right way.
What's that?
This is to the best friends.
Brandy, best friend.
This is Brandy. Shout out to Brandy. Let's give Brandy her What is this thing? I feel like I gotta turn it this way to get the screen. But shout out to Brandy, best friend. Whenever I'm down. Hey. Well,
so everybody's a winner.
Everybody's a winner.
Nice to see you.
Either email me your address or I'll get it from Tania and I will send those lady tales your way. And y'all just cruise on the way out to Brandy Best Friend. This is one of my favorite songs.
Shout out to my bestie who couldn't be here.
It's all
Hey.
That's a nice song. Now I gotta play that.
Okay, somebody can sing for real.
Brandy got it.
All right, hey. Whenever I'm down. All right, gotta go. Love y'all. Good show. Good night, best friends. Stay friends forever. Black women can be friends for a long time.
Amen.
Going strong. Y'all going strong? We going strong.
Best friends forever. Thank you so much, Sylvia and Shanika. And I will get your lady tales in the mail. Love you, Tania.
All right.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.